Hello and welcome to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast to aid spirituality and well-being using crystals. I'm Jackie Winters, founder of the British Academy of Crystal Healing, and today I would like to discuss with you the definition of spiritual growth and how to raise your energy with crystals. So first of all, I'd like to mention my own spiritual journey with crystals, which began over 40 years ago when I was given a blue lace agate by a gypsy. I then went on to write the syllabus for the British Academy of Crystal Healing back in 2004 when we became established. Well, I suppose it would probably be more correct to say that the crystals encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and write down what I had learned through my time interacting with crystals. My aim was to bring this mystical subject into mainstream and sort of demystify everything, so to speak. And so began my adventure with the Crystal Kingdom, who guided me and introduced me into science, philosophy, biology, energy medicine, and developing a good rapport with my own internal wisdom, which enhanced my personal empowerment. I soon began to realize that all the wisdom that I ever needed could be accessed inside of me. In the beginning, I would just have inner visions and deep feelings or knowings that I would dismiss as just, well, it's my imagination or it's irrelevant mind chatter. But I started to take it more seriously, and when I researched my internal conversations, they were always backed up by some credible source. This helped start to trust my inner voice more and more. I started to offer classes and quickly learned that people who are emotionally intelligent can feel and sense the vibrations of crystals, but cannot always articulate or express what they are feeling. And I also realized that people who are logically minded can't always switch off their mind enough to feel, so they cannot sense the vibrations. I believe we're just scratching the surface of what light medicine can do. And having studied now for over 40 years, I want to share what I have learned, and hopefully it will help you too. So let's start at the beginning. For me, the most important thing when working with crystals is to start to soothe the mind into silence. When you do this, you can start to hear more deeply within you and connect to your gut sensations. And from this level, you can overcome the limitations of the programmed mind. Now, used correctly and with deep respect, crystals are like your very own personal guru. They unlock your inner knowings, they help you to reach new levels of wisdom and take you far beyond the conscious programming of your mind to promote deeper insight into love, your life, your health, wealth. In fact, there isn't a topic that can't be helped by using crystals. They take you on a spiritual journey to learn more about who you are and to find your own inner harmony, happiness, and well-being. So what does the word spirituality mean to you? The word spirituality itself is restricting and limiting because it has a definition of what it means to you. When you define something, you limit it. The mind will try to conjure up an image of how you should be as a spiritual person. And this is restricting and suffocating the real you, which is located in your heart, not in your head. So when you get out of your mind, you unlock the potential of you, the possibility of who you can be, and the life that you are living. I would like to share my version of spirituality with you. See how it resonates within you. For me, spirituality is a journey within yourself to find a resonance that really fits you. One where you're feeling really comfortable with yourself. You're finding inner harmony, you're at peace with yourself, and you own yourself. I believe there are 3 vibrations that I aim to purify and master within my own energy field anyway. I aim, number 1, to love unconditionally. And this is a lesson of purification of perception in my ability to be able to see the best in everything, in every situation. This means basically being detached from your expectations of what people should be or what you should be. to love yourself without condition. The parts of you that maybe you're not too comfortable with, or the parts of other people that, well, maybe annoy you, or life situations or life events that present themselves to you and you feel uncomfortable inside, and maybe you're holding a little bit of resent. But when you do manage to undo these feelings, understand them, digest them, be with them, sit with them, and don't act on them, master them to the level where, okay, life has treated me unfairly, but this is how it feels when you're treated unfairly, and then digest the experience that you are having. It soon dissolves, unless you choose to carry it with you for years and years, and of course then it won't do you any good at all. But when you do manage to do this, you become in service to the planet by just being here. When your vibration is vibrating to the level of unconditional love, it is affecting all forms of life and nurturing everything that it touches. You are a pleasure to be around. Now, I will admit it is quite difficult to maintain this vibration, and in the beginning you will dip in and out of it. Some days you will find everybody beautiful and loving, and other days they'll annoy you terribly. This is life. And this is just the journey of spirituality. So don't try and be a saint walking the earth every day. When you do, aim to try to see unconditional love in everything and in everywhere. The person that benefits from it most is you. A great return for the dedication and commitment to the work that you're doing. You start to feel better inside. Resentment, anger, fear are all low vibrations, and they actually damage you internally when you hold on to them. So the more you can be willing to release those lower vibrations, to forgive easily, to allow experiences to travel through you, to allow yourself to look for the love in all situations and allow the lower vibrations to dissolve, then your health will improve, you'll feel happier within yourself, and you'll start to find the harmony within you. Mother Earth has given up some of her precious stones to help us find this vibration, all of us. And I'm going to speak about a few: damburite, pink kunzite, rose quartz, apple chrysoprase, and aventurine. Now these are just a few of the ones that can help you with the unconditional love lesson. What they will do is unearth the lower vibrations that are locked in your subconscious or in your genetic inheritance that are stopping you from achieving and sustaining these cleaner, finer vibrations of reality. So what I'm saying here is that when you use high vibrations like damburite or kunzite, they might actually start to shine the light on deep hurts within you. In other words, let you know what hurts you're still carrying, because quite often a lot of the life experiences that we have, they come and we think we've let them go, but they've still scarred us. An aspect of us is still carrying those vibrations. And crystals will bring them back to the surface to let you know that you're still carrying the hurt or the resent or the anger or the fear inside of you. And they will help you clean them and clear them. They're like your own little guru. They're saying, look, this isn't still inside of you, but I am here to help you clean it, clear it, and find the purer vibration. So don't worry if when you first start working with a crystal, you feel a little bit out of sorts. You know, we all expect to feel better immediately. But sometimes a crystal will say, well, actually, the reason you're feeling out of sorts is because you're carrying a grievance or because you're carrying resentment, and you can feel those vibrations again in your body. So let's look at what each of the crystals is capable of doing. Damburite will take your awareness into the past. It will help you clear trauma that is in your energy field from your ancestral inheritance. In other words, if you're carrying stuff that your parents, a trait that your parents carried, well, then damburite will help you see this. Or if you have had an upset or trauma in your current life in the past and you're still carrying it, any fear, any angst, any guilt, any sadness, any of the low vibrations, and I'm sure you know what low vibrations are. They're the ones that don't make you feel good. Damburite will help you clear these vibrations. So the way to do this is to sit quietly, breathe, try to bring your mind into a stillness, and just call on the spirit of Damburite. Every life form on this planet has a spirit or a vibration with it. Trees, flowers, the oceans, animals, and actually the mineral kingdom does too. So if you call on the spirit of Damburite and ask it to enter into your vibrational energy field with respect for the life form of the mineral kingdom, then you will find that you will get a far greater response because you've shown respect to the mineral kingdom. Of course, we want to show respect to all kingdoms that are on this planet, but because we're aiming to communicate with crystals, we are mainly here talking about the mineral kingdom. So Damburite helps you clear your past. Pink kunzite is a heart purifier and it will help you forgive. So if you are carrying any kind of resent or annoyance or grievance with somebody, pink kunzite will help you find the compassion and release the hurt, because the person it's hurting the most is you. Pink kunzite is also really good. It's a very tender stone and it repairs a bleeding heart. So if you're someone who is always caring for other people and working to initiate a higher love in all forms and be in detachment from any expectations or outcome, and pink kunzite will help you find that vibration and maintain it. It will, again, like I said, show you where you are carrying hurts or where you're prioritizing somebody else and help you find that balance. Rose quartz. Rose quartz is a mother's love. Oh, the vibration of rose quartz is just so beautiful. Some of you may not have had a productive relationship with your mother, so your mind may not feel the true vibration of rose quartz based on your experience with your mothering or your mother's connection. But rose quartz promotes a balanced, unconditional love of a mother. It will help you nurture yourself. It will help you nurture children. It will help you nurture animals. It will help you nurture your business. It will help you nurture whatever it is that needs nurturing. What it unearths is any attachments to love. So be willing to release and let the flow of love go. Rose quartz really will help you, because sometimes when we nurture, we get too involved and we sort of try and smother love. And, because we love so much, we have so much love inside of us that we want to give too much of ourselves away. And again, rose quartz will help you find the love within you for yourself and for others. Apple chrysoprase. Chrysoprase is an amazing crystal, but the color apple brings joy. Oh my goodness, the energy of apple chrysoprase is just love. I love it. It brings peace, love, and a serene joy of just being here. It soothes your mental activity and affords a deep relationship with yourself and with others. It relaxes you to help you open the heart. So if you've been hurt, a lot of us healers are really good at giving love, but then when it is given to us, we put a little barrier there. It's like, oh, no, I'm only going to let you in so far. I don't want to get hurt. So if you have placed a little protection around your heart and you're not receiving love to the magnitude that you might be able to, then apple chrysoprase will really help you find that joy of just being and feeling the peace and the quiet and finding deep relaxation and trust to open your heart. Aventurine is the last crystal that I'm going to speak about today with regards to unconditional love. Aventurine is for spiritual growth. The spirit of this stone will help teach you how to grow in purity through peace. It almost teaches you how to listen to the silence. It brings through a beautiful emotional equilibrium and helps you sustain a peaceful mind, emotional peace, inner serenity. It's a very kind and gentle stone, and it will help you to cultivate these vibrations within you. It has an absolutely beautiful spirit. Okay, so those are the crystals that I want to talk about with regards to unconditional love. Lesson 1. The second priority that I make in my spiritual journey is a lesson of impermanence. When you recognize that you own nothing and everything in this life is a gift, even your body has been gifted to you, and one day it will return to the earth. The lesson of impermanence comes in many guises. The main one, obviously, is death and endings, and then new beginnings. But the main vibration it unearths within you is gratitude. Because when you realize that you own nothing, you become more grateful, truly grateful for the time that we have, the wonderful experience of life in human form, the gift of friendship and family. To become grateful for your senses, the sense of smell, the ability to listen, taste, touch, to love, that we receive and have the capacity to share our love. The list really is endless once you begin to realize that nothing is permanent, everything is impermanent, and one day it will all be gone. I personally found this lesson to be a tough one because being a Leo, I can really love deep, but when it is taken away, then it hurts deep too. I always remember as well being told on my spiritual journey that alone is all one, and soul means on your own. So therefore this journey through life is a soul one. In other words, it is an experience that only you can have. Nobody else can feel rain, can feel what you're feeling, can feel anything touching you. Only you. And therefore you must put your awareness on you. This lesson asks of you to own and respect yourself and others, not wanting or needing from anyone or anything, just sharing and maintaining a non-attached space, being totally loving from the previous lesson, not emotionally or mentally attached to anyone or anything, allowing everyone their freedom, just sharing space and love. The crystals that I want to speak about here are Petrified Wood, ammonite, agates, and aquamarine. Petrified wood will help you to release what is no longer serving you. It's sort of like dead wood, so to speak. So if there is anything in your energy field that you're carrying that is dead wood and has been, but you haven't managed to let go of it, it can be that, somebody has died, but you still are grieving them. It could be that you're grieving from your childhood. You could be grieving a job. There's lots of things that you may still be carrying in your energy field and not have properly let go of. Now, petrified wood is amazing to help you release the dead wood. Ammonite. Ammonite isn't really a crystal, but it is found in the crystal shops. It's a fossil, and it helps you to understand the spiral of life and how everything returns. Ammonite is sort of a spiral. If you've not seen them, have a look at an ammonite in a shop, because ammonites are absolutely beautiful, and their ability to help us deal with death and rebirth are amazing. Everything in life is a cycle, and if you feel trapped or stuck and need to ascend into the next level of the circle, in other words, make it a spiral, so you're going up, you're ascending the circle of life, you're going up a level, then ammonite will give you the insight and the ability to break old patterns, to help you recognize how you can let go, shed a skin, so to speak, let go of the old you and embrace a new you. Agates are one of the densest vibration in the crystal kingdom. Agates are a heavier energy. They're not so heavy that they'll make you feel depressed, but they will work down to a bone dense level. So if you have any broken bones or any problems with your bones density, osteoporosis, anything like that, then agates are really, really good. They help us to bring us closer to nature. So if you struggle a little bit with the impermanence of everything, agates will help you reconnect to nature and recognize that the trees and the elements, they're the permanent things on this planet. So go spend time by the ocean, or maybe go take a walk and breathe in the air, or walk in nature, or look up at the sun. Agates remind us of the permanence of life and then help us to feel more secure. The next crystal I'm going to speak about is aquamarine. Aquamarine works on a watery level. It helps us emotionally release. So if you are attached to anything and you need to detach of any psychic cords that you may have from you to another person, sort of codependency, releasing any burdens that you may be carrying, aquamarine is amazing, especially if they're emotional burdens. That will help you with the impermanence of your emotions. We need to feel absolutely everything inside of us. We need to allow ourselves to feel it. Don't suppress anything. Some feelings don't feel very nice, but if we can relax and drop into the not very nice feelings, so becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable, we start to get back to harmony, and aquamarine will help you do that. Next, I'm going to speak of amber. Amber, oh my goodness, I love the golden glow of amber. Now, amber helps you become whole by sticking you back together. It is a tree resin, so it is a sticky solution that has made the amber, and it aids dealing with grief again on any levels, any emotional insecurities, anybody who's focusing on the past, anybody who is not dealing very well with being fully present in the now. Amber was also used as an antibiotic in days gone by the wise ones. So amber is also a really, really good antibiotic. I remember a time when I went on a holiday and broke a tooth and couldn't get to the dentist, and to save getting any infection, I remember having amber and asking the spirit of amber to keep the broken tooth uninfected, and sure enough it did. I believe they're making amber teething rings as well these days to help children. So, crystals really are finding their way into everyday society. So I'm going to speak of golden topaz, which is just a crystal that will empower you. So if you worry all the time about what other people think about you and you need to become your own master, take control. Yes, okay, everything is impermanent, but sometimes we need to take control. We need to say, right, okay, this is what is right for me and that is what I'm going to follow. And that's exactly what golden topaz does. It helps you focus. It helps you recognize what is your true spiritual path and follow it. I love golden topaz. It doesn't mess about. It's like, come on, we can do this. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye brings us courage. It brings us courage to walk this earth independently, following our own inner guidance and becoming truly empowered. Very similar to golden topaz, but the difference is tiger's eye will help you to let go and walk next to your soulmate by detaching. So if you have codependency, or if you struggle to be independent, or you need to let go on any level and become more empowered, tiger's eye is really, really good. It's also layered, is tiger's eye. So it will strip away the layers of identity that you've created for yourself to help you find the real you and release any fears that are stopping you from being you. Time goes by so quickly, and quite often we're quite happy to wait until the right time, and that time never comes. So tiger's eye helps you to release all the fears, all the attachments to what you should do or how you should do it, and just live for today and allow your spirit to fly. The third lesson that I try to implement into my energy field on this spiritual journey is to find my own inner security. This lesson teaches me how to live in the eternal now. So this lesson is about becoming more mindful, and it's essential to gain inner security. When the mind deviates from the eternal now, it creates illusions of what might be and what maybe should have been. And this disturbs the emotional equilibrium, how we feel inside, and it creates insecurities, unease or dis-ease. If you think about it, dis-ease is exactly that. It's not being at ease. So we have to learn to become at ease with things we don't feel comfortable with, becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. So when you gather your thoughts into the eternal now and get lost in your passion and lose track of time, oh, I love that. Do you remember the last time you did that? You become the creator, the manifester. When you lose all fear, fear can also be translated into false evidence appearing real. And when you do lose that fear and play as innocently as a child, fully connected to the now, and get lost in the creation, you become the manifester. The more you get lost in the eternal now, the more secure you become. The external world is a reflection of your internal world, so the more secure you become inside in the moment, the more the external world comes into line with that inner security. The way you think and feel is attracting situations, people, and life events to you. You're a big magnet. Inner security comes when you have a deeper connection to the ability to connect to the eternal now and find your inner peace. So if you're relying on a job to bring you finances, well, that might not be the best thing to do, because basically the job might not be there in the future. So when you bring your awareness into the now and just do what you feel you want to do in the now, then you have a security that you're doing the right thing. I'm following my truth. This is me being true to me. I am following what I want to do today in this moment now. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So Tiger's Eye is really good to help you detach from what might be and help you bring your awareness into the now. I'm going to mention some crystals that are really good to help you become more secure within yourself and know that everything in your life will be provided for. If you can relax deeply, bring your mind into the eternal now, you will just become the manifestor in everything you need, financially, emotionally, mentally, materialistically. People, soul sisters, brothers will come to walk by your side because you're in the eternal now. When we move our vibration into the future or the past, we lose that connection with the eternal now, and we can't manifest the same. And then we become fearful. So the crystals here that can help you are hematite. Hematite has a very heavy energy. Well, not as heavy as tourmaline, but it has quite a substantially heavy energy, and it will help you stay focused and fully present in the now. However, be aware that if you use hematite long time, it can start to take you deep within yourself and bring up feelings that have been suppressed, deeply suppressed. So use it with awareness. If things start to come up with any of the crystals that you're like, oh, this is a lot for me to deal with, then put the crystals down. Allow yourself time to digest whatever has come up. Don't put any more light in. Use some of the crystals and help you to relax, let go. And if you need time without the crystals, just put them down and allow yourself that little bit of breathing space where you allow your body to return and digest the light that you've put into it. Hematite, if it does bring up too much, I always say to my students, use its complementary color. Hematite is silver. And if you find a lot comes up with hematite, most people initially just feel really happy with the hematite because it brings your awareness very much into the present. But sometimes it can make you feel a little bit depressed. And if that happens, allow the depression to be felt, but hold some golden topaz so that although the depression's there, you stay focused on the now and then it will just dissolve. If you want to know more about how to complement the colors and how to use the energies to find balance, then I hope you can join us on one of our courses where we will share more knowledge with you. Bronzite is another crystal that is great to help your focus stay here in the now and find that inner security. It's reputed as being the new age stone for absolutely doing that, helping you to find the present moment awareness. It's not quite as heavy as hematite, so it will boost your energy. It will help solidify your mind into the moment, and it brings a feel-good factor. Hematite works on the grounding aspect, as does bronzite, but bronzite holds you more in your solar plexus energy. Smoky quartz is a good one to help you find inner security because it alleviates fears. Fears, false evidence appearing real, are when your mind is scattered, going forward or backwards, and that is what creates the insecurities. Sodalite is another crystal that will help with finding inner security because it's a mind soother. It is incredible to promote a deep mental stillness to induce sleep. So if you don't sleep very well, then sodalite is incredible to help induce sleep. But it also quietens the mind down and helps you to feel more relaxed, more in your body, more here. And finally, the last most beautiful crystal that I'm going to speak about is sapphire. Oh my goodness, I love sapphire. It is a very regal energy. So it has many, many benefits. It was written about in the Bible and it soothes the nerves. It brings the mind into harmony. It promotes peace. It is a stone of communication. It will help you communicate with yourself and it brings insight too. Okay, so spirituality, in my opinion, offers the 3 lessons. The lesson of learning unconditional love, to love without condition. The lesson to find and recognize the value of things through impermanence. You know, when we value ourselves, our life, the planet and people, etc., then your energy starts to raise. It also is about finding your own inner security, finding your truth and living by your truth. Learning that, you know, when I live by my truth and I'm aligned to this moment in time, I am exactly where I am meant to be. And you will become the creator of your life. You will become the manifester of your life. And you will create beautiful things. When your mind is still and it's creating, you open yourself to limitless possibilities, and seriously, anything can happen. My life has brought me so many gifts. I have the sunshine within me, and I know in the UK we need it inside of us because we don't always get it in the outside of us, but I have the sunshine within me. I feel younger now than I did when I was in my early teens. I feel amazing. So I hope I have inspired you to work with crystals, and I would like to say thank you so much for allowing me to share my interpretation of spirituality with you. I hope that the crystals help boost your energy, because when you let go of some of this emotional and mental debris, then hopefully you will start to feel a lot lighter. If you would like to join me or know more about any of my crystals or courses, I would love to share space with you and honor our commitment to raising the vibration on this beautiful planet. If you would like to contact us, you can find us at www. Academy of Crystal Healing. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram and even on TikTok. So, until we meet again, stay happy, walk in your truth, and take care. God bless.